It is game 3 for the Aftershocks tonight in the basketball tournament happening at Koch Arena. Gabriela Hernandez joins us from there. And Gabby, it's pretty simple. The Aftershocks need to win tonight if they want to keep playing.
Yeah, Mike, the Aftershocks have their backs against the wall. It's win or go home tonight as they play the Enchantment for Game 3. Now, after a blowout on Monday for Game 1, the Aftershocks were battle-tested in Game 2 by the Enchantment with a team who just could not miss from behind the arc. And despite efforts to narrow that game to 1 point in the second quarter, the Aftershocks couldn't get the job done.
I would have rather have moved on and played somebody else already. You know, you see why, playoff basketball is hard, even when, maybe you're you feel like you're the superior, more talented team. It's still difficult to continuously beat a team. Things are adjusted game by game, and we didn't adjust very well. And obviously that starts with me.
The winner of tonight's game will either play JHX Hoops or Purple Rain, that game kicking off at 6 p.m. Tip-off here at Koch Arena is 8 p.m. from Koch Arena. Gabriela Hernandez, 12 News.